My name's Bev James and I'm the Managing Director of the Entrepreneurs Business Academy. And since starting the Academy, I've literally been bombarded with questions. Questions like, why is James Caan involved in this? Who is it for? Is it just for men? Is it also for women? Are there any age restrictions? And so I've actually got James Caan with me now. I've managed to get him in the room and he's in the hot seat, and I'm actually going to put the questions that I've been asked to James himself so that he can actually answer the questions. So James, can you tell people, what is it about the Entrepreneurs Business Academy that makes you want to be involved in it?
It's a very good question, Bev. One of the reasons that I've been inspired to do this is, as you probably know, I'm really passionate about business. Business is my core belief in terms of who I am and what I do. And I thought this was a great opportunity that would allow me to share some of my experiences, but also my journey on how I built a business. And I believe that today, rather than people learning from their own mistakes, they could be smarter than that. They can learn from somebody else's mistakes. And this is really what I think EBA stands for, given the definitive journey for an entrepreneur on how to build a business.
Absolutely. And on the Ask James section of the website, we get lots and lots of questions. And we're also getting a lot of questions from young people around the age of 17 or under 25. And some of those questions are, am I too young? Will I be taken seriously in business? Should I wait? And I think the reason for that is, for some people, their families are warning them, you know, you're too young to start a business. But what would you say to that question?
I would say that business is not about age. Business is about you. It's about your passion. It's about your drive. It's about the belief that you have in yourself. If you have that, I don't think age is a reason not to do it. There have been some amazing businesses around the world that have been set up by people under the age of 20. So certainly from me, I would say, don't be put off by age, gender, colour or creed, because business is more than that. It's about what's inside you and your confidence to be successful.
Absolutely. And again, it leads me to another question which links to gender, is we've also had some people saying that they've attended similar events for business owners, and it seems to be majority of men, that they go along and there might be 90% men. Why do you think the Entrepreneurs Business Academy will be different?
Because one of the things that I believe in is that women are just as successful as men can be. Some of the greatest people I've met in business have been women. You know, and let me introduce you to yourself, Bev. I mean,
James.
clearly.
Of course, clearly.
So I think that certainly women, and in my businesses, I have a number of women who run businesses that I've invested in. So again, I think business is open to all. I think, you know, if you've got an idea and you've got something that you believe in, that you think could be a business, I think it's just as important for you as it is for anybody. So I think EBA does not restrict or prejudice against anybody. What we want is real people with real ideas and real passion, that they want a journey on how to make that into a successful venture.
And we've actually put together a team of millionaire mentors, which I think is also quite unique. And as part of that team, when people come along to the Total Business Mastery Day, what can they expect? There's another question that I get. What can they expect? Why is this different? What is unique about the team of people that we've put together and the program that we've put together?
I think what makes this very unique is that this is not about theory, Bev. This is about reality. This is not some, you know, here's kind of some academic survey on how you should do this. This is from real people who've been there, you know, who've seen the film, who've worn the t-shirt, and they've written the book. So what you get to me from EBA is the best in class. People with a proven track record that can help inspire and guide people on the journey of success in business.
And this links to having a mentor, because obviously we're calling these people mentors because they can literally help people avoid the mistakes. I once saw it written that most millionaires go bankrupt 3 times before they actually make it. So obviously the whole point of this is you don't have to make those mistakes. So how important do you think it is to actually have a mentor, somebody that's been there, seen it, done it?
I think in business, one of the lessons that I've learned is that business is a very lonely life. You know, when you run your own business, you're generally on your own. and you're there to face those really difficult decisions on your own. I couldn't think of anything better than to have a mentor, somebody that I could bounce ideas off, somebody who I could challenge, with some of the problems that I'm facing, some of the tough decisions I have to make. So I would recommend to anybody that if you have the opportunity of getting a mentor, I don't think it's a nice to have, Bev, I think it's a must.
Absolutely, no, I totally agree. And part of EBA is also going to be building a community so that business owners can network with each other. And how do you see the benefit of that to business owners? Why should they get together? Why should they be networking at the events? What is the benefit to them?
I think in any business that you're in, part of the journey of success is to be able to attract other people, because when you're networking, you could be doing business with those people, you could be sharing ideas with those people, you could be sharing experiences with those people. And because every business is unique, every proposition is unique. And what do you compare that with? Who do you share those ideas with? My advice would be you share them with like-minded people who are on the same journey. And certainly I know when I first started out, I wouldn't miss a networking event because I was curious, I wanted to learn. And I think some of those events can be very infectious, that you walk away with an idea that you didn't have. And I'm a great believer, if you took away one thing that you didn't have before you went to the event, it was worth going.
And for people who are thinking, okay, I'm going to start this journey, I'm going to go along to the event for one day, I'm going to be mentored, I'm going to learn and get some tangible tools to take back to your business. If people decide to take the full journey with EBA and go through the different levels and have mentors and coaches, what could they expect at the end of that? How could their business transform?
I think they would be in a very unique position because very few entrepreneurs, when they were starting the business, had that opportunity. And as a result of that, sometimes it takes a lot longer. Sometimes you make a lot more mistakes. And to be fair, Bev, in some cases you lose a lot of money. So what I think people can hope for is the opportunity not to having to do that. One of the things that I'm really passionate about is, business is hard enough as it is, and you've got to remain confident all the way through. Every day you've got to wake up and you've got to fight another day. And it becomes really difficult to do that if you're constantly making mistakes or things aren't working out well. And what this is to me is an opportunity for you to invest in you. And I think one of the things that I would strongly recommend to any entrepreneur is, we invest in our business, we invest in our product, we do research and development, but what do we do for ourselves? Because we are the business. And this to me is a commitment and a demonstration that you're important too. What you're doing is you're making that conscious decision to say, I want to be better, I want to know more, and I'm going to invest in me. How can that be a bad thing?
And at what stage? So if somebody's looking at the website now and they're thinking, okay, is this for me? Because I've just got an idea. I've had this idea bubbling around for the last 2 years. I haven't done anything with it. Or someone else has got a business. They've already got maybe 20, 30 staff. At what level is the right time to jump in to EBA?
I mean, from my own personal experience, I think that any point to make yourself better, to invest in yourself, I don't think it's limited by time. I mean, again, giving you my own example, when I sold my business, we created a business from nothing. The business was turning over nearly £130 million a year, and we sold it, for tens of millions of pounds, and it was a fantastic success story. Right at that moment in time, I decided to go to Harvard Business School, and nobody could understand, why does he need to go back to school? What could he learn, having already been so successful? Because I believe you never stop learning. And even at that point, I took the initiative to invest in me. It wasn't cheap, it was a very expensive course, it took me away from my family. I was in the States, for quite some time, but I felt that I could still learn more. And here I am today, 5 years later, I've been able to reinvent myself. I've started a business I've never been in before. My background is not private equity, my background is recruitment. But today, I'm now running one of the most successful private equity businesses in the country. I have 43 businesses that we control today. But if you look at my background, I have no experience in that, because I've consistently and continuously been investing in myself because I want to learn more. I want to be better than I was yesterday. And if I don't do that for me, who else will do that?
Absolutely. Well, it's easy to see why James Caan has actually achieved the phenomenal success. And I'd like to thank you, James, for spending this time to be in the hot seat. And we look forward to welcoming you to one of our EBA courses very soon.
My pleasure, Bev. Thank you very much.